Superheroes have won our hearts, not only with their courage and strong wish to help and save people. They impress us with their superpowers that make them unique and totally different from us. Many of you would give an arm to have them and to be like these superheroes. Spider-Man has been one of the most popular and beloved ones for many decades. And he has a great number of superpowers that make him so distinctive. But do you know that some of living beings on our planet do have these extraordinary superpowers? Let's check the list of the most astonishing ones. Super strength of a rhinoceros beetle. Unlike other superheroes, Spider-Man is generally depicted as skinny and unimposing physically. But Friendly Neighborhood has enough strength to stop a train going at full speed. Spidey can even lift a car and fling it at someone or knock out a T-Rex, if he had a chance. Why is this guy so strong? The cross in DNA granted him with the proportional strength of a spider. And, as the creators say, Spider-Man can lift around 10 tons or even more. But in reality, there are some creatures that even have much more strength ability. One of the coolest is a rhinoceros beetle. The insect is rather big for a beetle. It's about 6 inches long and can lift the object 850 times heavier than its own weight. If compared to a human, it means that some of us would be able to lift something with 65 weight. If the strongest elephant had equal strength to the rhinoceros beetle, it would be able to carry 850 elephants on its back. Is it impressive? Super speed and agility of gibbons. Spider-Man can run and move at the speeds that are far beyond the natural physical limits of the best human athlete. His fights look like choreographed dances, and the extremely effective Wallcrawler very often wins just because of his speed and acrobatics. In his mid-air flights, Spider-Man often uses obstacles around him to move very fast. And his agility and speed are unmatched by any rival hero or villain. In Southeast Asia, there are some unbelievable creatures having abilities that very much alike. We are talking about the gibbons, the fastest apes of the world. Thanks to the anatomic structure of their wrists, gibbons are the gymnasts. They go through the jungle at up to 35 miles an hour. And it is around the same speed of a galloping racehorse. These astonishing primates can bridge gaps as wide as 50 feet with a single swinging leap. Regeneration of an axolotl. Though the regeneration power of Spidey is not so vivid, like Wolverine or Deadpool have, it is also very impressive. He can rapidly heal and regenerate from harm that normal humans cannot heal from. It takes him very little time to recover from serious traumas, fractures, and extensive injuries. Do you remember that after getting his powers, Spider-Man soon found that his eyesight was repaired? And he didn't need his glasses anymore. In nature, some animals can boast even much more healing power. This small cute guy, named Axolotl, is just larva stage of one of Salamander's species. The strange thing is that this creature can grow and even reproduce, being a larva. But the much stranger feature that they can grow a lost limb during a month. It is not so fast as Spider-Man heals himself, but it will blow your mind. At the beginning, just a blastema appears. A bit later, the lost limb rebuilt completely. Spidey sense of a jumping spider. One of the greatest Spider-Man superpowers is an extrasensory ability that warns thee of impending danger. It works as a tingling or buzzing in the back of the skull when danger is near. By the intensity of this feeling, the Spidey can judge the severity of the threat. This superpower does not identify the nature of the danger, but indicates what direction Spider-Man has to move to avoid the threat. Not long ago, scientists found the creatures in real spider world that has almost the same superpower. We are talking about the jumping spiders that can hear what is happening on the other side of the room. They are capable of it without having any eardrum. The jumping spiders hear the sound with the help of special hairs, which cover their legs. These hairs are super sensitive to the vibration, and this ability helps the spiders to escape from their main enemies, parasitoid wasps, just like Friendly Neighborhood has. Wallcrawling of a gecko. No other superhero has this super impressive wall-crawling ability. So, it is one of the most unique superpowers ever invented. With his ability to stick to the sides of buildings and walk upside down or any surface he wants, Spidey can get into and hide anywhere he likes. How does he do it? Spider-Man enhances the flow of interatomic attractive forces on surfaces he touches, and increases the coefficient of friction between that surface and himself. In animal world, many species have this ability, of course. But geckos are the most impressive of all.
No traction. He can barely hold on at all.
They are famous for their ability to scale vertical walls and even hang upside down. And the little things can do it because of microscopic hairs that allow the lizards to employ dry adhesion. It means that they can stick to surfaces without the use of liquids or surface tension. Everything is possible through the creation of so-called van der Waals forces, which draw materials together. And this tricky guy uses this advantage. Dealing with a web. Everybody knows how Spider-Man can deal with his web. And we can't imagine him without web shooting and web slinging. He swings around on his web and no one can do that. The web is so solid that Spidey can swing on it with a speed of 120 miles per hour. He even can tie Hulk for some time. Besides, the superhero can shoot with web for long distances. And there is one extraordinary spider that also can make very tough web and send it far away. It is the Darwin bark spider. It is the strongest web in the world. Yes, Darwin's bark spider web silk is the strongest fiber on Earth.
Can you imagine how the size of the spider?
Yeah.
They're right here. Tiny little ones.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is much more durable and elastic than any natural or synthetic fiber, including Kevlar. This material is used to make bulletproof vests. Just imagine, they can shoot with their web for the distance more than 25 feet. And they always hit the target. Super balance of a cat. Spider-Man has an extremely helpful ability to keep his balance in any imaginable position. Sitting on the thinnest or smallest surface, he will show the wonder of balancing. For example, he can sit on the task chair back without any difficulty. You've probably heard that cats always land on their feet. They can do it because of their amazing balancing abilities. The secret is in their body structure. Cats have a flexible back and lack a true collarbone. This helps them turn, so they're usually in position to land on their feet. Besides, when cats are off balance, their inner ear lets them know. They start righting themselves with their heads, and then their front feet and body follow behind. Cats get body righting reaction from birth, but the ability to right itself in midair before landing appears the kittens are in the 4th or 6th week. The very fast metabolism of a shrew. After a spider's bite, the metabolism of the superhero became much faster. As the result, Spidey has super high drug and toxin resistance. Even great doses don't influence him much, not causing any addiction. One day, he was stung by thousands of bees and recovered very quickly. Besides, his metabolism led Spider-Man to overcome the result of a vampire attack. Of course, there is no vampires in real life, but creatures with very high metabolism do exist. It is the smallest mammal in the world, called Etruscan shrew. These cuties have a higher metabolic rate than any other animal. They move rapidly, with jerky movements, and they have been recorded making 12 body movements per second. The shrews make 1,500 beats per minute, and they are in constant motion, rarely stopping to sleep. As they have a high metabolism, they have to eat a lot. If a shrew doesn't eat within a few hours, it dies. Night vision of a Tarsier. Peter Parker developed the night vision, but it doesn't mean that this ability is less important. Many villains tend to stick to the night sky when conducting their awful deeds. So, Spider-Man has a great advantage with an ability that lets him pick out objects and see in great detail even in the darkest environments. This advantage is used by the unique creature called a Tarsier. Have you ever seen these enormous eyes? Yes, Tarsiers have the largest eyes relative to body size of any mammal. Each eyeball is around 0.6 inches in diameter, and it is as large as the Tarsier's entire brain. The eyes are so large, they can't rotate them, so their neck does it instead. Tarsiers can rotate their necks a full 180 degrees in either direction, just like owls. Their excellent eyesight and sense of hearing help them locate the prey and avoid the predators. That is the end of our video, and we want you to tell us about your impressions. Which of Spider-Man's superpowers do you consider the most essential and effective? Which ones do you want to have? Let us know in the comments below. See you